Welcome to Pyros. Well done getting past Animos and Pagos, especially Pagos, because that place is a dive and this place is a lot better than Pagos. In this place, you will be experiencing quite a few new things indeed. First things off, we will go over here, which is one of the new mechanics for Pyros. Right here, you can see I've got myself a Logos action. You'll be like, whoopsie, how do I get these Logos actions? Well, as you go around Pyros, this location indeed, these little logograms will drop, and you go to Drake. Just have a little chat to him. Then you can appraise your logarithms. You just select those, and bada bing, bada boom. We go to logo actions. Here they all are. This is all 56 of them. I can't remember if there is more in High Datos, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So yeah, to make sure you get it done. And to get these unlocked, I will leave a link to the website, which gives you a bit of a guide on what you need to get. Each bit here is a bit of a milestone, because like once you get to 10, as well as also the amount of crystals you need, you'll get to do the relic, but I'll talk about that in a bit. So yeah, when you get to Logos Manipulator, you can just pop these in. Say, for example, put that in the Aether Weaver, and I'll throw in Protect, because I have plenty of those for examples. In fact, I'll probably also throw one of those in too, because these can mix up, and who knows what they'll create. So I got myself Wisdom of the Aether Weaver, and I've got myself a Protect Large, and that'll just go into this socket right here. Obviously, what you want to be doing is trying to choose something that's more suitable for you. I like Wisdom of the Martialist, because it just, well, it's for Paladin, Warrior, Dark, or Gunbreaker. It increases your damage by 40% while you're walking around. In this location is Geralt. The means workstation is nothing too important. We'll talk about that in a bit. So Geralt is located here. Expedition Engineer is over here, should you be able to get yourself the special items. So you want to, this is where you augment your Magia board. So what you need to do, you need to get yourself the Yin Yang's Tissue, Skull's Claw, or Lame Bricks' Dice, which are all located respectively. When they actually do spawn, you have Yin Yang down here, Lame Bricks up here, and Skull spawns around here, but you need to fight enemies out here. So you got Yin Yang there, he's up there, and then Skull spawns around here. Usually, if you're on one of the Discords, or just if you're in here and suddenly there's a massive wave of people coming in, they're all going crazy, it's because of that, because people are like, oh my god, they can sell for a lot. Yeah, but as I always say to people, they are only decent, they're only worth it if people are willing to pay for it. Anyway, as you saw in the intro as well, this place is split between, you have ice down below, and you have fire up above. So it's a nice little bit of a split. It's not as nasty to navigate as Pagos. It's pretty flat to a degree. So yeah. Except for this bit over here, like this is like a bit of a cliff you can jump over. But other than that, like this zone is where not a lot of fates spawn in this zone compared to the top zone. That's where the most of it is. In this bit, this is where the main bunny fate is. This is a bunny fate here. No one does uncommon nonsense because it's too dangerous to do the bunny fates. Far too dangerous. They would send you to places where the bunny will most likely die, and maybe even you as well. This is the safer zone right here, and it will send you mostly around this area. At most it might send you down this tunnel, but that's about it. And they're always pretty easy to go and navigate. Now this place has quite a few special items which do drop here, which are worth quite a bit of gil. You have a hairstyle. You have the mount, which is a giant fiery yeti. And you have the archdemon horns. Hopefully at this point I've actually shown you what they look like, which is, fingers crossed, minus the horns. Maybe. We'll see. So once you've done them as well, and you've been through this place, you'll be getting to what, like, but what is it? I've heard that there's some really good items here that you can get. Like, what is it? It's like, oh, you want to know the armor? The elemental armor? Well, once you've unlocked, I believe it is 50 of the logograms, go to the Expedition Artisan. He'll have a quest, and you have all the elemental gear down here. This is the non-shiny variants. You have the defending and the maiming share the same sort of skin, but with different various colors. You've probably seen this out and about in the world. I'd be very surprised if you haven't. People like to show these gears off. It's like, hey, I've been through Eureka. I've been grinding this place. It's pretty fancy looking. Kind of had the Imperial look before we got the stuff from Bosja, which we'll look at that at some point as well. The striking, aiming, and scouting share all the same gear as well, except for the scouting, which has a different helmet, which is the circlet, which it shares with the caster set. So yeah, if we just look at the now the striking stuff, because we might as well. That's the Dragoon. We don't need to look at that one. Boop, and the last bit as well. It doesn't look great at the moment, but believe you me, when we get to high Datos, you'll see a difference, and it costs 40 crystals a time. That seems expensive. It's not. Absolutely isn't. And then last but not least, the caster gear as well, which, quite frankly, I haven't really gotten around to really getting anytime soon. It doesn't really interest me too much, because it's like a full body gear. It's alright. It is what it is. It does look better when it is actually augmented, but, you know, that's for another day. Yeah, once you've got that amount of logograms unlocked, you'll unlock him as well. Now, onto the relics. So, hopefully at this point we're showing this on the actual screen as well, because with the power of editing, bum ba dum ba dum ba dum bum, da 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 da. Okie dokie. For the first stage, I believe it is 150 crystals are required, as well as also 10 logograms unlocked for the first bit in this place. The second stage is 20 logograms unlocked, as well as also 200 crystals to have in this place. And then the final stage is, I believe it's 300 crystals and however many logograms unlocked. I think it's 30, something like that, 30 or 40. Penny is the big boss just for the area. She spawns over here. She can only spawn during, well, heat waves. People tend to talk about it when it happens, so yeah. If I have messed up in terms of the things, then what shows on the screen will hopefully reiterate my mistakes. Fingers crossed. There is a way to augment this place with lights, which is over here in the Partisan's Proof. You do not need to do any light farming in this area at all in any way, shape or form. It is not necessary. It is completely optional. The only reason you do it is because you might want to, say, re-roll the stats for stuff. You can safely move on from this place, go to High Datos to continue your relic, and then you can always come back and re-roll the stats if you want to later, if you're hardcore in Bardescent Armory, whatever. Like I said, you do not have to. It is completely optional. So that's pretty much Pyros. There are still dragons around as well. They're more in this zone at the top more than they are in the bottom zone. You do not need to worry about those. But I quite like Pyros. I think it's kind of nice. The bunny fates, they do be careful with those because people can get very angry if you are just like doing the fate and then running away and not actually doing your treasure chest. Because, well, you're wasting the other people's time. There are sometimes people who are botting it there. Not always, but they can be. Or at least they seem like it. I spent a long time there myself getting the chests because I was after the mount and other rewards too. They can be pretty harsh in terms of drop rates. But yeah, don't take it as a point to them like, I'm going to show them what for. I'm going to delay this, because people do notice and they get super angry and will mention it in chat like, hey, whoever's still got their bunny, can you dismiss it please? Because it is griefing. It can be seen as griefing. So yeah, just be careful about that. It is technically reportable. But apart from that, that's Pyros. We'll be moving on to High Datos soon. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you soon for some more videos down the line. I've got a lot planned, and I've just got to stop procrastinating and get on with it. Ta-ta for now.